How valuable can a 1976 quarter really be? This is no ordinary quarter. It's the coin that marked the 200th anniversary of America's independence. Struck in both 1975 and 1976, it's known for its bold design, historical significance, and, if you're lucky, its jaw-dropping value. Welcome to Word Pocket Coins, the place where American history and hidden fortune meet. Whether you're just starting out or you've been stacking silver and searching cents for years, this channel is your home for discovering rare coins, shocking sales, and untold stories buried in your pocket change. Now let's talk about the legendary 1976 Bicentennial quarter, a coin that's much more than just pocket change. First, a little background. These quarters were struck to honor 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. You won't find one with the year 1975. Instead, every single one carries the dual date 1776 to 1976, a nod to America's bicentennial spirit. There were nearly 1.7 billion bicentennial quarters minted for circulation. That's a huge number. But here's the twist. Millions were pulled from circulation by patriotic collectors, making high-grade examples surprisingly scarce today. Let's start with Philadelphia. Over 809 million quarters were struck there in clad composition. In mint state 66 or 67, these typically sell for around $50. But anything graded MS-68 is a whole different story. Few exist, and PCGS estimates one example at $2,750, and that's just an estimate. If it ever hits the auction block, expect fireworks. At the Denver Mint, 860 million quarters were produced. They carry a D mint mark and, on average, are found in better condition than their Philly cousins. One example, graded MS-68, sold for an impressive $5, $170. Then we come to San Francisco, where things really get interesting. They struck special collector-only proof quarters in both clad and 40% silver. These bear the S mint mark and feature a polished, mirror-like finish. Proofs graded PR 70 DCM. The absolute pinnacle. Don't always break the bank. A silver proof recently sold for $144, while a clad one went for $104. But don't be fooled. San Francisco also struck business, strike silver quarters. They have a satin finish instead of a mirror-like proof finish. And one of these, graded MS-69, sold for a staggering $19,200. Only 3 are known at this grade. Yours could be the 4th. Now let's talk errors and varieties, because this is where the 1976 quarter transforms from collectible to treasure. The double die obverse, DDO, variety on the Denver quarter is extremely valuable. The FS 101 variety, showing doubling on Liberty, the motto, and the date, sold for $3,246 in MS-65. That's a grade you can still find in circulation. The FS 102, with doubling only on Liberty, brought in $66, but it's still a keeper. And the rarest of the rare? Let's break it down. In 1976, S-proof quarter overstruck on a 1969 S-cent graded PF65, sold $4.13. 500. A 1976 quarter struck on a 1976 dime, graded MS-62, sold $4.09. 200. A 1976 D quarter struck on a cent planchet, MS-61, sold $4.03. 760. A 1976 D struck on a nickel planchet, 58 Australian dollars, brought $1, 645. And a dramatic struck through cloth error on a 1976 quarter, MS-66, sold $4.881. Then there's the wildest of them all. A double struck, 60% indented bicentennial quarter graded MS-62 that hammered $4. 1,645. The kind of coin that turns heads and ignites bidding wars. Errors like these on a coin with such a limited production run make every bicentennial quarter worth a second or third. Look.so, here's your mission. Check your change. Dig through those old coin jars. Look at your proof sets. If you've got bicentennial quarters, especially with high grades or signs of doubling, you could be sitting on a small fortune. And here's our question for you. Do you collect bicentennial coins? Got any stories or find to share? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you if you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into coins with shocking values. Like, share, and subscribe to Word Pocket Coins. We've got playlists and videos dedicated to uncovering the most valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, keep hunting, and we'll see you in the next one.